All Progressives Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. A usual reliable source within the G5 governors camp who confided, and journalists said that the governors are considering giving their support to either of the two. So, is it going to be? Are they going to be supporting the PDP now, or are they going to be supporting the Labour Party now, or they're going to be supporting, the All Progressives Congress? I'm being joined by Mr. Ziggie Ibe. He's just right here, a member of, like I said, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, and he is also a member of the Presidential Campaign Council. Yeah, he is a spokesperson of the APC, speaking for Bola and Ahmed Shetima. Yeah. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Thank you for having me once again.
Okay.
It's my pleasure being here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great for this great privilege.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Now let's get talking quickly. I just read an information where, feelers from the G5 camp are indicating that governors, the G5 governors rather, are torn between declaring support for the candidate of the All Progressives Congress and Labour Party, Peter Obi. How is this news coming to you?
It is not yet confirmed. It's still in the speculative realm. The G5, as we call them, the great 5 governors of states, had just risen from their meeting in UK. I wouldn't know why they chose that location. And the report getting to us shows that they had just rounded off their meeting, and they had streamlined or slimmed their support to a candidate or two. In as much as that is not coming from them yet, we can only speculate or rumor about it, and such might not be a confirmed stance from them yet. But from feelers and from their body languages, they are not ready aligning with their party, which is PDP. So at this point, the 5 governors are pulling out from their support to their candidate. The PDP.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, Atiku Abubakar. So what that means to me is a great minus.
Now, a great minus to
yes,
who?
To the party and their presidential candidate. A great minus. A great minus. Very big minus. Because state governors.
Are you happy about that?
It's going to be a mixed feeling if you can ask me, because in every working environment, there must be a viable opposition. A viable opposition means an opposition that you put or keep on the toes the ruling party. So if these two powerful governors are pulling out of their weight or in support of Atiku Abubakar, yes, is a kind of reducing the chances of the party, of course, to my own party.
My question is, are you happy about it?
Yes, I'm giving you detail of how I feel about it. It actually is going to increase the chances of my own party, then decreases theirs which is PDP and Atiku Abubakar. But then, if you talk about my happiness, how elated I am about that, I'll say yes, because my party is having an upper hand this time. Then I will say no, because it's whittling down the chances of the opposition. Because in every good environment, in every good democratic environment, there must be a viable opposition to checkmate the activities of the ruling class or the ruling party. Okay? Yes, my party is going to have a bigger share from their withdrawal. Then that will speak volumes of the winning chances of my party.
Okay, so what about if they decide to support the Labour Party?
It is the same thing. I've earlier said that. If they decided,
if you don't support,
yes, if they decided to support Labour Party, it is still whittle down the chances of the PDP. Then still increases my party's chances, because if you want me to analyze this, in 2014, the same electorate, the same supporters APC is having now is what we are still having and more. I'm talking about 2014,
okay,
building up to 2015. Because the present Labour Party supporters were still with PDP. They were full-time PDP supporters. So the only casualty PDP had was when Labour Party broke out. When the supporters of PDP broke out from the party. So there were divisions in the party in their support base. PDP eventually at that point automatically lost good number of their supporters to align with Peter Obi. Okay? So it had not affected APC in any way. Now, if the same...
Are you not also sure that some members of the All Progressives Congress have also joined, Peter Obi?
It is neither here nor there. That alignment might not be completely downrighted, as it were, because the 5 governors are still PDP governors. Don't forget.
Sure.
So, and these PDP governors have their own PDP structures, meaning that all their supporters are still PDP members. So, if they had joined Labour Party, it is still not minus to us. They are only pulling a strength from PDP to align with Labour, which we had equally factored into our own understanding and preparedness. So if they had pulled out, they are moving their structure ab initio from PDP onto Labour Party, which doesn't frighten us in any way, because we believe from every record that our members, our supporter base are still very much intact. So it is still the PDP's chances they are streamlining and whittling, not APC. So you are only discussing the chances of Labour Party coming up a little, because our work is that, look, Labour Party might come far third distance.
Are you sure?
Yes. Far third distance.
How?
In fact, let me tell you
Why
one
did you
thing.
say that?
Let me tell you one thing. The election we are going to have 2023 is between PDP and APC, not with Labour Party. Labour Party is not even in the calculation. Yes. On social media, there's no polling booth there. So all electioneering activities are local. And what that means is that when it is local, it has a structure. So, who does their presidential person relate with in any state? And that is the structure we are talking about. So, LP, Labour Party, doesn't have a structure on the ground. Locally, they don't have.
You know,
So if the 5 governors are moving away from wherever onto the other side, aligning with Peter Obi, they are just creating a little structure for him. I don't know if they will maybe defect to the party or they will still remain in PDP to cause havoc. But that is just their own decision. Okay? But whichever way the pendulum swings, it has never affected the fortune of my party. In fact, it will rather increase the fortune of my party.
have you not heard people say that supporters of the Labour Party, right? Have you not heard them say that people keep talking about structure?
Yes.
Structure.
Yes.
Structure.
Yes.
And they tell you that they are the structure.
They can talk about it without a definite understanding of it. Politics is local, and who holds the localities are the structures we are talking about. Look, each time we talk about structure, people misunderstand it. Without the structure, no election holds, because the structure is the trickle down to those at the lower rung of the ladder, who are these electorates. So without it, you cannot really hold on to winning a trajectory.
So would you say the member, those supporting the Labour Party will are wrong by saying that the next election is about personality, not about a party?
I said it in so many fora, and I will repeat it here. In Nigeria, we don't run independent candidature. We don't. Very unfortunate. If we run independent candidature, then we cannot talk of personality vying for a position and the person might win. But as long as you align with a vehicle called party, your party must have enough structure to win. And let me give you how it works. As we speak, APC has 21 states structurally being ruled or being governed by governors. PDP, before now, had 14. Had 14. But with the outbound movement of these 5 governors, they are only left with 9 states for sure in their bag. So the 5 governors now undecided will now follow the trend wherever their opinions or whatever personality, whatever thing their mind tells them and all that. So practically, how can you say that a party without a local government in place can win an election? That is unthinkable. Very unthinkable. And that is where the issue of structural comes in.
Okay, Mr. Ibe.
Yes,
I've seen a state where the governor is actually from the All Progressives Congress.
Yeah.
An APC governor or a PDP governor, but the citizens there in that state will tell you they are not for these people. They want to go for a certain person. They prefer these people. Just like somebody will tell you, well, can Wike speak for the entire, River State? And someone will tell you, no, he's just a one person. He's just a governor. He's just one person. So he cannot speak for everybody.
So also
these people are saying, some Nigerians have said, hey, we prefer the candidature of Peter Obi, not Atiku Abubakar, not Asiwaju Tinubu. So they are now saying that they are the structure. We're talking about structure. So
Very
they are
right.
saying that they are the structure. In fact, like, let's wait till 2023. In fact, a whole lot of them will tell you, hey, don't worry, just wait till 2023. We'll see what will happen.
Yes.
I think you've heard that too.
Very well. Very well. You see, without overstretching or without blowing out of proportion this structural understanding, it is a governor in a state that has a state structure.
Okay.
And I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Okay.
And when you talk about, I'm trying to find a best way to describe, because it is not all about making noise. Okay, yes, we are the structure. Yes, no. Excuse me. It is the electioneering understanding that makes this very possible. The arrangement we are talking about is on that day where you have all the officers of your party in place. And they would help direct the affairs of the voters. Don't forget, elections are not being conducted in a particular location. It is going to be nationwide. And what that means is that you must have every individual fully represented for a particular party or the other. So each time we talk of structure, we are talking about who goes there, who does this. So structure is not about making noise on social media and say, we are. A group cannot speak for individuals.
Good.
Just like a governor cannot speak for individuals. But a governor has the power, the window, or the leverage to direct affairs in his state. So each time we talk about a structure, we mean what trickles from the top to the bottom.
Are you also referring to, when you say what trickles from the top to the bottom, are you referring to money playing a role here? Now, are you now saying that by structure, it means the amount of money you can spend?
If you don't,
how rich you are? Because sometimes when you look at Atiku Abubakar, when you look at the likes of Tinubu, and you look at Peter Obi, you would want to conclude that, hey, these people can pull this thing because
they are deep pocketed. They have deep pocket.
No,
their financial war chest is high, right?
Exactly.
Compared to others. Okay.
Okay. Now, but then wait. Where I'm going to is this. It's not about money. I'm not saying money cannot play a
major role.
A role.
Okay.
Here now, but I'm talking about the citizens saying, hey, it's not about that Atiku has got the whole money, enough money to spend. It's not about Tinubu having enough money to spend, but we want a new Nigeria. And that's where we are right now. Oh, don't you want a new Nigeria?
Why not? If not, I wouldn't be this fully involved.
So is structure all about money?
Thank you. Structure we talk about is about logistics.
And what do you mean logistics?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I will expand that for you. Logistics involves movements. Logistics involves directives. Logistics involves locations.
Okay.
Logistics involves taking decisions. And it goes through the organogram of the leadership. And that's where I mentioned top to bottom. Now, each time you look at participations in politics in our slippery environment like Nigeria, you can actually do away or talk away from the monetary involvement. Nobody dodges that fact. Because each time...
So you still feel money will play a role in 2023 election?
I'm not saying money is the major issue here. I am talking. Each time I mention logistics, I've mentioned a lot of things that are factors to bringing about this structure. Money is a factor there. Logistics is a factor, and so many other things that will make or bring about a successful electioneering processes.
Okay.
Without all these factors, you might never have a good result. And for all this to be in place, each state comes in. Each state comes in. The governors sit atop of any state. He gives directions. He gives directives. He makes decisions. He say what happens in the right way. So, all this put together, all this brought together, form what we call structure. Most times when we talk about structure, some people want to look at, is it money you have? No. You talk about the logistical arrangement. Yes, money is part of it. Have they got all the things that is required for the success of this electioneering processes?
Okay.
So we are looking at key leadership roles that is being played by leaders at the center. And we say, having looked at all this, weigh every possibilities, you don't have it. Sometimes we might not want to shy away from saying the truth, because each time we are defining a procedure, we must be very, very clear so that the understanding of it will be brought out. There's no sentimental about it. There's none. So many things will rob you of this strength you think you have. And those might be logistical arrangements. Okay? So, structure is not just money. So you don't downwrite it. You don't downwrite it. There are so many factors to it. And don't forget, election starts from the local government, where polling booths are created. And each time they are created, there are directions on who mans and who does this. So where is yours coming from?
Okay, thank you.
So now we don't have an independent candidature. It's not in our book. It is going to be very difficult, extremely difficult, but not impossible. So that's it.
Now, thank you so much. Let's go a little bit further into this discussion. I want to find out what your I know we discussed a little bit of this the last time you came in here last week Wednesday.
Yep.
But I still want to find out what your party is campaigning with. If you listen to Peter Obi, he'll tell you, while I was the governor of my state, I did this, a whole lot. And when you check, you discover that, he did well. When you listen to Atiku Abubakar, hold on.
They were all wrong. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, really?
Sorry, so yeah.
You were all wrong?
Yes.
No, we will get to that.
We fact-checked everything he said. They were all wrong. Politics is about antecedents and track records. And
so what you're saying is that Obi does not have the track record?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm not waving here that he was a failure while he was there. No. The little track record he had, which we were able to check, they were all found to be untrue. Most of the things he told us, he did or he achieved. You see, in the world where we are today, where we've been so blessed with the internet, you hardly can say what is not true, because it will be fact-checked. And when they were all fact-checked, they were all wrong. Okay? And without fear of credulous critics, which I'm open to, You can't tell us this was there, and when we fact check it, it wasn't there. You wouldn't want us to talk. We have to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, and trying to delve into your question now. Asiwaju have been campaigning with all he did in Lagos, all he did in the Southwest, and all he did in the nation. Don't forget, he has served in that capacity at the center. He was a senator before becoming a governor. And we've been able to fact check so many things he said he did. And they were all true. They were all very true. It is a man that believes so much in teamship. Asiwaju was the first to bring all the nationalities, Nigerian nationalities, in his cabinet. No governor had done that. I stand to be corrected. Most of the initiatives he had in Lagos, Lamata, LASMA, PENCOM, so many of them, all of them were all true. And the governors before him, after him, were able to sustain some of the trajectory he got or he made, during his time. And as we speak, so many of them had given birth to the improvements of the state where we are today, which is Lagos. So, let's fact check certain things.
Okay.
With the Obi, because you brought that fact, and we must not go far from it. Actually, you brought Lasema in Lagos. Today, Lasema is doing wonderfully well. It was eventually copied into the center, or it was emulated in the center, and today we have waterways.
Okay.
Ashwayu brought LASMA. It has been replicated in so many states, and today traffic flow in the state is one of the best compared to other states.
Really?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Ashwayu brought in Loma. Loma, before then, you know how the environmental factors of Lagos was. Today, you cannot get a perfect state in any state, but you
in
can
any
get
country.
in any state.
Okay.
Localizing ourselves
Yeah.
to Nigeria, but you can get something near perfect.
So Lagos is near perfect?
Why not? You can. I'm not saying Lagos is near perfect, but I'm saying you can. You can. It's doable. Actually, you brought in Lamata. So why I try to reel out all this is for you to fact check them. If actually he really started all these institutions, and how far those institutions are doing. Now, in 1999, when Asiwaju assumed office, there was a lot of ghost workers perforations. Asiwaju brought in then, over 23 years ago, a software called Oracle. In fact, I think there it was Oracle 9 or so. Now I think they have about 15. Then, about 23 years ago. So, we are talking about the power of initiative. We are talking about power of the brain. Okay, Asiwaju brought in independent power. Excuse me. A situation where if your estate cannot be connected to the national grid and you can cater for it, Asiwaju allow that leverage. And I tell you, there are so many estates in this Lagos that have never been connected to national grid since 1999.
All right.
Okay, now there are many of them. Asiwaju remodeled so many schools in Lagos. In fact, it was during Asiwaju that this taking Unity School started,
Okay.
and other states emulated it. Asiwaju runs. You remember the Obasanjo saga when he refused to allow Asiwaju create 37 LCDAs because Lagos was on 20 local governments as recognized by the law. But Asiwaju created extra 37 local governments. And all of them run independently from the national. Till today, those local governments are still on the LCDAs, okay, sub-local governments, and they are running without a hitch. Now, Asiwaju still, Eco Atlantic City initiated it. As I talk to you, the city is evolving rapidly, speedily. And in the next few years, that will be the best city in Africa, if not in the world. So why we try to reel out all this so that you will be able to look at it and say, okay, are these antecedents? Are this what this man has done? Then in the 21st, in fact, he brought this mega city to really reflect the 21st century life city.
Okay, Mr. Ibe.
Now, let me tell you another thing that Asiwaju did that was replicated at the center today. What of the pension? You know, the PENCOM today was copied from the states. When Asiwaju reformed the pension scheme. And so many things. You remember I met Lagos at 500 billion, you know. So these are facts. And now the people he has schooled, or the people he has.
I'm sure you're not from Anambra.
I'm from Enugu State, sir.
Enugu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, you told me the last time.
I'm from Enugu State.
You're from Enugu.
Yes.
Now, let me chip in this. You read some of the stuff Asiwaju, did in Lagos.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Many more.
Oh, yes.
Let me also drop little that I saw that Peter Obi did
in Anambra. And they are subjects to my deflating them, right?
Well, I don't know. Okay. I'm a journalist.
Go ahead.
You just read.
Go ahead.
And I also saw these old.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And I feel I should also get to some of the ones I have handy.
Yeah.
All right, from my own research.
Go ahead.
Good. Now, first of all, under management of funds, while he was a governor in that state, under Peter Obi, Anambra State became the first state in Nigeria to start up sovereign wealth savings, the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. At the time, many other governors were leaving huge debt. Peter Obi, stated that he left the equivalent of $500 million in investment in Anambra State in both local and foreign currency, right? Including some $156 million in, denomination bonds.
Obiano
That
refuted that when he came on board. Obiano. He refuted that Peter Obi never left all those. And remember, Soludo, the present governor, said that all the investment you mentioned, all the investment you right here mentioned, were second to none in their yielding capacity. Meaning that those investment funds you said did not yield anything few years after Peter Obi left.
you didn't allow me to land it.
Well, that's why I say, can we deflate?
No, let me land first.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me land
Go ahead,
first.
sir. Go ahead.
Now, the Nigerian Debt Management Office, DMO, rated Anambra as the least indebted state in Nigeria. Peter Obi received praise for not borrowing to fund his project. True or false? We'll talk about that.
Okay.
The Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria rated Anambra State as the most financially stable state in the country during his tenure. He had also foreign investments into the state, like many ambassadors and high commissioners of notable countries such as the United States, so many other countries, visited that state for the first time. That was while he was a governor, to pull investment. All right. And in education, he did a whole lot. I mean, there were a whole lot here. I just don't know. Time will not permit me to mention all of this. In health, he built hospitals. Our Lady Hospitals, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital in Ihiala, right? St. Charles Borromeo Hospital in Onisha, Holy Rosary Hospital in Waterside, Onisha, and St. Joseph Hospital. A whole lot. Let me not just go there. A whole lot that he did. So are you now saying that all of these is not true? All of these are not like...
I didn't say he didn't do anything while he was... If I know government...
you said...
No government will come. I'm coming.
You will deflate them, that they are not true.
No government will come leaving the state poorer than he met it. Otherwise, that is no government. But I am saying that most of the things we heard he did were all not sustainable. As we speak, are they all still there? As we speak, as you and I speak, seated here, are this structure, are these edifices, are these laudable programs, are they still in place? Because it is one thing to create or one thing to erect. The another thing to create is sustainability for those programs. Otherwise, you build on nothing. So each time you create, you must have a sustainable arrangement. Just like the MM2 you and I are using today was built years back.
Okay.
But do you know why we met it dilapidated? Because there was no sustainable program on it. There was no plan to actually renovate or keep maintaining that structure. So each time you create a program, there must be that sustainability program alongside it. Otherwise, when you leave, another person will come and make mess of that. That would rubbish your organization or your reputation or your tenure. So we are saying those programs that were said he created or he built and all that, can we still have them today? Can we still see them? One person had argued that no, it's not his business. Who said so? If you built a particular thing or you arranged for something to be kept somewhere, your eye must be there. You must know that that thing will never leave that arrangement because it's your sweat. It's your brainchild. So most of the things Ashwaju did, we are all very much alive, even better. In fact, they outlived him.
And one of the things...
most of the things he did in Anambra, did they outlive him? No.
One of the things I think Asiwaju has done, one of the things he did, like I said, he also has tried.
There was a sustainable program.
He has done his best. And one of these sustainable program, let me call it program, like you said.
Yes.
Let me call it program.
Or effort or whatever. Yeah.
It's the Agbero program.
There you go.
No, I am a journalist, and this part is, it really concerns me. I'm not talking for the Labour Party.
I understand you.
All
I understand. There must be a balance.
I drive every day around Lagos, and I face a whole lot. If not that, sometimes I skate through because I'm a press man.
Yes.
It will have been bitter. It will have been something else.
Confrontational.
Now, a whole lot of persons are even in Lagos and outside Lagos are seeing the level of Agberos, the way the government here, the government in Lagos has given Agberos
allow them the leverage,
to do anything. It's too much.
Okay.
And they are also scared. Okay, what if this person wins in 2023? What happens in the entire country?
It will be okay. Now let me quickly react to that.
It will be like kind of a proliferation of Agberos everywhere in the country. For me.
Okay. In every state of the country, God has given me the power to. I've been opportune to go around the country And I have been able to see the presence of Agberos everywhere. Now,
But the ones in Lagos.
look, each time we talk about
I am not against. Listen, see, let me tell you something. I am
know.
not against the All Progressives Congress in any way.
I know very well.
I respect Asiwaju Tinubu so much.
Yes.
It's like a
And
grandpa to me.
Yes, you only know apology.
But then, yeah, no. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not saying this because I owe one grudge. I mean, I'm having one. What do I call it now?
Grudge, yeah.
No, I want to use another word. I don't have any of that against Tinubu, all right? But what I feel should be, treated is not treated in Lagos. The areas I feel, these people should touch, should be concerned with, they don't even go there at all. They feel so okay with that.
Yeah.
Another one is this last man. All right? Sometimes, if you ask those who want to vote, have gone through a whole lot, and you're asking these same people to vote for you, when the people you put in place are every day maltreating them. I don't know how you see it. Come to Oshodi, close to us here. It's an issue. I don't know how you see it. But for me, I feel these things, this is the right time I can talk. After 2023, I won't see anything. But this is the right time I should be able to tell these people, please do the right thing when you get there. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I want to tell you particularly here, and callers we are going to have, and every Nigerian. We are all towards
a better Nigeria.
A better Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, on my way down here, I met. I wouldn't call his name. I met him. He was an arch rival. I met him just right here, and we spoke a whole lot about this country. And I'm happy each time I meet people. We are engaged in what could better this country, because I have no any other country to go to. It is just right here. At my age, I can't just go to any country and start playing second fiddle. Okay? And each time we talk about the country, it is how best can we give our own quota? How best can we look at this country and say, okay, please, can we have the best of it? Each time we are talking, we don't label anyone, or we don't look at anyone and say, no, you are against this. No. In fact, we accept more criticisms, because I started that here. I said, if the G5 governors are leaving PDP, they are weakening the opposition power of the party, which doesn't speak or spell good for the country, because in every good democratic governance, there must be a virile opposition, because it is the opposition that puts the leadership on their toes. If we allow them to do whatever thing they want to do, they will mess us up. But if there is a dissenting voice somewhere, they will be on their toes, knowing full well that, look, if we go the other way, if we didn't do what is right, we have an eye on us. We have a watchdog. And that's where a virile democratic norm comes in. So we are not here because, yes, whatever ill that the party doles out, we take. No. You need to see us condemn the party sometime. I do. Go to my page, my social channels. I do. But we are saying...
Oh, you do too?
Oh, sure. We are saying whichever way that will bring good fortunes to the country, we are all in for it. So, if we found personality, if we found good capacity, if we found competency in a man more than the other, we'll now say, okay, this is who we are queuing behind. As we speak, millions of Nigerians are following Asiwaju. Millions of Nigerians are following Peter Obi. millions of Nigerians are following
Atiku
Abubakar and many other younger Kwankwaso and all that. Those are their choices. But then at the end, we will not trickle down, we will not narrow it down. We are not penciling out these names because they are not good performers. They
Mr.
are,
Ibe,
but
Mr.
one
Ibe,
person
Mr.
is
Ibe,
greater.
Mr. Ibe,
Yes, sir.
are you okay with the current administration, the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari?
Thank you. You see, I've said it on many forums because, fortunately, I traverse many channels now, and each time we go to a platform, questions like this come, and we wouldn't want to shy away from the fact, the bulk of the facts, the issue, the trending issue, the core issue. And the core issue is, where are we coming from? We had a place where we are coming from. And that was over years ago when we started this democratic rule. Since 1999, when PDP took over, we now look at what have they done. What was
You've
on
not
ground.
answered my question.
Coming. No, you see, each time you ask a question, I build on it. Because every situation has a history. Every situation has a history. So going through the historicity of any issue, we must know why we are where we are.
Are you
So
okay?
look,
between 2015
I'm coming. That's what I'm
current day
building.
Nigeria.
That's what I'm building. You can ask that question 100 times, but I'm building to answering that question whether I am personally okay with the present administration. And I'll answer you categorically. And I said, the current administration being led by Muhammad Buhari met a very huge decay. Very huge decay. And there was no pedestal on which he could stand when he came in. Yes, APC, my party, didn't see all this coming. And I will want to repeat this for the umpteenth time. Each time governance is brought to the fore, you might not know exactly what you are going to face totally in totality until you get there. Governance is like spectators. When people are in the pitch playing football, you as a spectator wouldn't know what the strikers, what the players are going through. That's why most time when you are watching football, you are saying, why didn't you play that way? Oh no, you would have, look at this and all that. But then, that is beyond governance. The governance we are saying is, when Buhari entered, all the promises APC made, they wished they could have started from there and hit the ground running. But it wasn't so, because they met a decay. There was no
Mr. Ibe,
pedestal
now
on which they could move and run that way.
Will Atiku come in tomorrow and say there is a decay somewhere? Will Atiku come in or Tinubu come in tomorrow and say, hey, the decay I met was kind of huge, was high. We understand that a lot of things are not right. But then, what we understand is good governance. You who said you want to come and change things positively, don't complain. Because it's rot in the system before you came in. Don't complain.
Yeah.
Go and work. Don't complain. And that was what this administration did in the first 4 years.
When you are elected a president of a country, you are expected to hit the ground running with fortunes and with a caveat. And the caveat is, you have all the resources required to move at your pace.
Okay.
If the resources were not there, you have no choice about that time to tell Nigerians this is the issue I met on ground. So in the complaint issue you are talking now, when Buhari got there and the people he elected, he got together as his cabinet to work, they met nothing to work with. That's where they complain. And at this point, what do you expect them to do? That's where they struggle. And I tell you, each successive government or a particular government cannot do all. You do the little you could and allow the incoming government to continue where you come from, where you stopped, to take off from where you dropped off. And that is why recently Bola Tinubu said that the era of starting afresh is gone. Meaning that President Muhammadu Buhari had got on ground foundations, has created foundations, has created pedestals on which anybody who is elected will take off from.
Okay.
So, asking me whether if Atiku would complain or Bola Tinubu also would complain, we wouldn't know until they get there. But I am believing that speaking from
until they get there.
Yeah, sure, because they've not started now. Have they started? No. So how would they know? So now I believe very much that speaking from the position of knowledge, all of them had said that, look, we would hit ground running when we get there. Yes, complaint of any scale comes in when you couldn't perform your expected choices. Okay, nothing prevents you from saying one or two things that is really impending your trajectory. But that when Buhari entered, the payment of all the civil servants never stopped. We've never read anywhere for this past 7.5 years, close to 8 years, that Buhari owed workers. We've never. Even with the pandemic, never. Now, most of the things, most of the efforts, and most of the works Buhari is doing today, most of them were not slowed. They were not taken aback. They were not brought to a halt by the meager resources he told us he met. He was still using them to do the work he was elected. Key projects, flagship projects, he did. Second Niger Bridge, tarring of roads, meeting worker salaries, and all that. All of them had never stopped. Still from the decay he met. So if you are expectations of Nigerians have not been met. But I will tell you categorically that yes, they've not met all our expectations, but the government is not sleeping. The government is not, they might be crawling, yes, but we are on steady move. We are moving. And at every point in time, we can look back and point at 1, 2, 3, 4 projects, laudable projects that successive governments have not been able to do. But the party, the president, have been able to do so many. And so many projects are still on. So, most of the things we say, sometimes they will term it as blame. Yes, you have to blame, or you have to say the way things are. Most of the people who are supposed to deliver the deliverables which is the successes of the democracy. Some aren't doing it, which is the subnationals, the states, and the local governments. Recently, Wike told us how some governor couldn't do anything with the withheld deductions, derivative funds that were given to them, and Wike taxed all of them. What have you used the money for? And they told the Nigerian people, go and meet your governors. Ask them what they use the money for. For my own, I'm using it to build projects, and the projects are everywhere. You can see them. So some of the troubles we have is that the subnational leadership aren't working. If you want to call it complaint, yes, call it complaint, because if I give you money to do something and you're not doing it, please, I have to voice out. I have to talk to Nigerians. But if Nigerians will name it a different, give it a moniker, it's a different name and all that, so be it. But Buhari has told you that this, he said it himself, that if the governors were working the way I work, if they were running the way I run, look, we wouldn't meet ourselves where we are. So, and these are facts on the ground. We see it. Even until Wike came out to say it himself. They withheld money, derivative funds that were released. 13% derivatives that were released. None. The governors, the 5 state governors, didn't use their own. He didn't. And these are the starting of our problems. Now the governors have immunity. They are sacred goods. You don't touch them. Okay? In fact, nobody talks to the governor. Nobody talks to local government. Nobody talks to common. The autonomy that was brought before the House of the Assembly to enact as a law, so that the local government could get their money directly, 500 billion. How was it given to them before now? And today, are they receiving the money? So these are problems that subnationals have caused. And somebody will say, can Buhari do something? What can he do to governors who have immunity?
All right.
So he can only advise, shout, and all that. So when they are done with whatever,
thank you so much.
He is, then the agency that takes care of sleaze goes after them.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I have Mr. Ziggie Ibe here. He is a member of the PCC, and he speaks for Ahmed Bola Tinubu and Shetima.
Yes, speaks for Nigerian too.
Ah.
Sure. I don't speak for the party alone. I speak for Nigeria too. Yes, we are the voice of the voiceless. So you say that, and it's true. There are people.
Who is the voice of the voiceless?
Of course, you and I seated here. Yes, there are some Nigerians who had the opportunity, who had no opportunity to be here. There are people I'm speaking their mind now. I'm speaking for them. There are people who you are speaking their mind now. You are speaking for them. So if you say I'm speaking for the party alone, every Nigerian doesn't belong to the party. So what that means is that we speak what they have in mind.
I am an unbiased journalist.
And you thought I'm biased? No.
No, you are speaking for a certain people. Yeah, you have your own concern. And that's the APC. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Please don't forget that we are streaming live, okay? Especially on YouTube. Just go there. YouTube, VOP 90.3 FM. Just drop in the search bar and you will get to see what's happening live in the studio. You get to see, my guests just seated before me. Don't forget, VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube, or type it in full, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I will get to open up the studio lines very, very soon. Very soon. Okay? But then, let me read out the number first of all. Let me start with WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0700 903 9039. That's a WhatsApp number in case I'm not able to take your call. 0700 903 9039. That's a WhatsApp number. Then the studio number I'm not taking calls yet. Just relax, okay? Several calls coming in already. 0700 903 903 903 is a special number. All right, you can call that number to talk to us in the studio. 0700 903 903 903. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We'll take a very, very short break. Very, very short break. And when I come back, I'll probably ask a question, then open up the studio lines. All right? So you can participate. Stay there. Don't go nowhere.
Every day strike, ASU strike, market women strike, even Kule people they strike. We don't become country of strikers.
Even light self, we no fit give us. Don't run for motor. Even leg self, we get accident.
Why una dey complain? Why una dey complain? No una dey collect bribe, dey vote Sokoloko Bango ṣe.
Ìṣèjọba tó dára, òun là ń béèrè.
Anyị chọrọ ọchịchị onye kwuru uche ya, anyị achọrọ fi ọchịchị nchigbu.
Ala ndeze temeka muna so n'ekio.
What do we want? I made the rule us well.
Don't take it for noise. It's the people's voice. They have made their choice. Respect that voice for all to rejoice. VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
All right, welcome back and welcome back. My name is Jude. It can be Jude, and this is Voice of the People. The dial is 90.3 FM. We're gradually getting to that area, that time where, But hey, there's something I will have to say. I said it the last time. I'll say it again. Please keep your comments civil, even if you are angry. Know how to talk, know what to say, know how to say it. I want it civil today, so you can at least talk. Let's have a mature discussion. Not like this calling of names and all of that, insults and hair. No. I say it every time. If you are aggrieved, go to the poll, right, and show it. Go to the poll. If you feel, hey, it's supposed to be Atiku Abubakar, go to the polls. If you feel it's supposed to be Asiwaju Tinubu, all right, go to the polls. If you feel that is Peter Obi, go to the polls. So I wouldn't want you to insult anyone here or call names. Please, let's deal with that. Just call in, talk maturely. Let's understand where you're talking from. Not like you understand what you Mr. Ibe. Let's just get there. Well, please, I think they understand me. They are our fans.
Yeah.
So we must.
One thing I like since we started this journey is for us to have a balanced discussion. The voice of the people must be involved. Must be heard. Because every coin has two sides. And don't forget, I belong to a party, they belong to another party. So we must be able to dissect what is good here, what is good there. Why must he be this? Why must he be that? And we are not against it. yes, civility comes in when we try to vent our voices, but we should use dagger, but let's not draw it. Yeah.
I don't even want to see dagger first. 0700-903-903-903 is the number to call. I mean 0700-903-903-903. Let's start from here. Yeah, let's start from here. Good afternoon to you this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, this is Comrade Austin on the line.
Comrade what?
Austin.
Comrade Austin. Welcome.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Happy New Year, Merry Xmas.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I want to put a little bit contribution to what people have said.
Let's go there.
I'm calling from Morogbo, close to Agbara.
Oh, beautiful one.
Yeah, along Badagry Express Road.
Mm-hmm.
The speaker was talking about that the president met nothing and he could not restore the economy. What happened in the UK recently concerning is it Lucy or Lucky or something like that? Louis, I don't know, I forgot the name. In the UK, how she was sworn in less than a month, she felt that she had failed and she dropped on her own. Did he know? Has he idea about that kind of a thing? If you come in and you discover that you cannot perform, why don't you quit? Is it not possible? Is it impossible for Nigerians to quit? It happens all over the world. Because in Brazil, Argentina, there was a time that so many presidents came in within 6 months. When they saw that they could not perform, they dropped. Another one came, he saw that he cannot perform, he dropped. So what stops him from quitting? Is it when and we have another president that is saying he's going to follow his footsteps, and they told us in 6 months they will be able to do everything. They will drive away insecurity. They will in fact improve the economy. He met 160 as a dollar. Today, $1 is almost 800 naira. I don't know if you are with me.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, so I think the person sitting up for the APC that is with you there is hearing what I'm saying.
Sure, I'm hearing
if
you, sir.
Give me questions concerning these things.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing you.
All
sir.
right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate the call. Yeah, just keep it civil like that. 0700-903-903-903 is the number to call. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Blue Jack.
Okay.
I'm calling from Ikoto.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, my question is, you said we should try to be civil, and I have to be, because sometimes when you hear people talk in a national radio, you get angry, because when you are seeing things for yourself and just to speak the truth, you're finding it difficult to speak the truth. There's not a problem. The man seated there is from an APC. He has to protect his own food or whatever he's protecting. What I want to say here is he is saying that Peter Obi should, after putting all those things in place, he should still, after he has served his people and is looking forward to something else, he should start monitoring those people. That is the problem we are having in this country, especially in Lagos. My brother that is sitting down there, have you seen Lagos? Are you in Lagos at all? Lagos does not have streets. It's only the normal major road that they have. Lagos was before a capital of Nigeria. The Ikeja was built. The island was built. The other places they brought out, it is still like that till now. And you are saying this thing, nobody is against Akiwaju. When he was in his prime, when he was young, a little bit younger than now, he was okay on his own. I don't want to go there. But what we are saying now, Nigeria is going down. People are suffering. You should know that, my brother. You should know. Now he cannot, when you are seeing him working on interviews. He's finding it difficult. That's what we are saying. Nobody's against him. I cannot say because I'm standing for this man, I should talk down on my elders. No, I have respect. I'm from River State, so we have respect. What we are saying is that he cannot perform now because people around him will be doing his job for him. We need people that are a little bit vibrant, people that are young, to make this thing work. If not, we'll still go down this drain that we are seeing. So that's my take.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your call. 0700 903 903 903. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Patrick from Okota.
Okay.
I just want to speak on what your text said. He said that Buhari did not make anything when he came into power. For me, I don't know, you just said we should still go, but for me, I just feel he's just trying to hide the truth. Like he's not saying the truth. How will somebody tell me that he did not make anything? So even though you did not make anything, so you can't work to gain something for 8 years. Like if you have a child, if you have somebody in your house, then okay, let me say you have a land, and that's the only thing you have for now. Then you sell that land and invest in that person's life for good 8 years. The person have nothing to show for it. Like, but as I'm talking, there's nothing. There's nothing. So I don't know how he will just come out on national radio and be saying that he met nothing. That still the same body that said the youth are lazy. He used 3 years to travel out Nigeria, go. He just like he knows everywhere around the world, but he does not even know how to just settle insecurity in Nigeria. So let's just do the right thing. And again, before I go,
okay,
if they know these people that they want to be the president of Nigeria, if they know they are going to work, they should, the three of them, Atiku, Buhari, Atiku, Tinubu, and Peter Obi, they should go to that House of Assembly. They should sit down there. In fact, they should make the seat 3 and make this country a better place. All these things we are doing, APC, PDP, they are not taking us anywhere. They should just make this country a better place. That's what we want.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you so much. It's matters on Voice of the People. So today we're talking political matters, okay? And I have Ziggie Ibe just right here in the studio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I'm calling from Oyibo.
Okay.
I want to ask the elderly man girl that what is the think about EndOrse or she knows what do you think about EndOrse? Is it happen or is not happen? What do you believe about EndOrse?
Thank you. Thank you so very much. It's talking about the EndSARS thing, you know. I don't know if you'd want to talk on that, but then just hold on, okay? Just hold on. It's quite different from what we, discussing. All right. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name and your location?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Very well. I can hear you. What's your name and your location?
Okay. My name is Casey. I'm calling from Oshodi.
Okay.
Okay. What I want to say is it is so funny sometimes when I respect VOP enough for this man who represents APC to come on national radio and be telling lies on a national radio. It's very, very bad. He was talking about Tinubu building Lagos State. Hello? Are you telling us that we don't know Lagos State? Or are you telling the Lagos people that 8 years that Tinubu sat as Lagos has remained 8 years, that there is no other governor who the most working governor I can recommend to you in Lagos State is Ambude. Look at airport road that you see today, International Airport Road, it was Ambode that made that airport road International Airport. How can this man come to you and be saying that Tinubu Lagos? How? How did Tinubu build Lagos? Let me mention 5 things that Tinubu built in Lagos that is standing today. Mention one thing. I can.
Hello?
Many of Lagos State. Rubbish.
Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yes, my name is Collins. I'm calling from Badagry.
Welcome, Collins.
Mr. Ziggy, thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
I expect the whole bullet you are taking, but it is well.
Where are you staying, sir?
Let me still emphasize, as you said, Buhari made a country in disarray. In spite of that, he finished Atiku Warri road. He finished Lagos Ibadan road. He rebuilt all the international airports in Nigeria. Not only that, he paid the pension of the Biafra soldiers that fought during the war.
Yes.
He paid Ajakuta pensioners. He paid the Delta Steel pensioners. Malcolm pensioners. Today, tell me what the states are doing. If the state are compliment what this man is doing, would we have been this Pagmaya? Let us say the truth. Not one person from Igbo State or Anambra State or any other state. You come to Lagos, you build a radio station in Lagos, you didn't say anything good in Lagos. But you refuse to leave Lagos. We are all Nigerians. Please let us put a place, especially our radio stations in Lagos. Let us educate the people who are talking wrongly. Ziggy is a patriot. Everybody knows Ziggy. He will not be blamed. If he said something wrong, he will tell you yes, it's wrong. That is the Nigeria he is. Let us build a better Nigeria for us and for our children. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your call. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, you will still not respond. Just hold on.
I'm keeping my
just hold on. 0700 903 903 903. Several messages, drop in and hey, I would read all of these messages. Okay, just give me time. Let's hear from these people first. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Jola.
You need to move away from your radio set, please, or turn it down. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Mr. Jola from Lucy. Yeah, I want to speak on Asiwaju Bola and Tinubu.
Okay.
He has a track record that we can all relate to it. He's a man of the people. He governed Lagos State very, very well. As the governor of Lagos State, he did so many things. He introduced LASMA, he introduced Sky, and some other reforms that we have in Lagos State. Aside that, he did something phenomenal. He introduced Amadi, he introduced Fashola, which shows continuity in Lagos State. And now we now have another government. This the turn of Fashola did a whole lot. We employed 507 teachers on merit. And I can testify that I know 5. They wrote series of tests and they are employed in Lagos State. Apart from Tinubu is the man of the people. We want him to do the same. He introduced the vice president of the country. He introduced so many people into position of authority, and he's somebody that can support people that have talent, that are actually very, very good and resourceful. He's a man of the people. He can do a whole lot. He's a unifier as well. If you give this man a chance, he will all do. He can bring out so many people that could do turn things around in Nigeria. I think if you give him a chance, he will represent us well. And we will not regret bringing him as the president.
Thank you.
February be the person to be. He's just the man to be.
Thank you so much.
We have all these stories flying around. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that so very much. Yeah. I think I like the way we talk today. Yeah. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is okay now, and they're calling from Abba.
Welcome.
Okay. So let me first of all start with now that Buhari needs decay in his administration. I don't know what he's living now. I don't know whether our revenue is going up or is going to leave more decay. I don't know. So, secondly, is that I think the way parties talk in this country is very, very wrong and bad. Okay, because they confuse Nigeria more. Like now, when you ask them questions, they will start to run, go back to 1993, 1990, and give us more confusion, which is not good. So, if party in this country need to improve, talk about projects, talk about negotiation, talk about things that they are going to do to improve this nation. So that will be very, very good. So please, may Buhari not leave us in more decay. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can touch on some of these messages one after the other. This person is saying, good afternoon. I would have loved to know who your guest is in the studio. Is if you introduce him, please. If that is done, how can we explain the fact that Tinubu is seen every time on video gaffing with obvious memory loss and being supported most of the time to even climb campaign platforms? How can you come to the studio to market what even school children know that is not marketable in this time? With the high level of destruction and pains that APC has brought upon Nigeria, it's personally embarrassing and annoying, all right, to listen to that APC is lucky that Nigerians didn't stone them as their late member Tony Momo advised in 2016. Godfrey from Surrey is sending it that, and this person is saying that kindly tell your guest to be specific on his source of Peter Obi's records and the ones he has caused to debunk, or he has caused to debunk rather. It's well on culture to destroy others to make points. We, the citizens, are wiser. Simisola from Isolo, Lagos. Well, he's saying thank you for taking up your guest professionally. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate a whole lot you said. But well, he spoke about a 5-bedroom detached house on 1 acre of land. It was Lagos State Governor's guest house since 1979. Right? A certificate of occupancy was signed and released to Tinubu by Fashola in 2007. He spoke about 26 Bodleian Road, Ikoyi, valued at 600 million naira, originally claimed to be by Owando PLC guest house, and it was later acquired by Tinubu from Owando and all of that. Did you read? I guess you saw some of these informations also.
Sure. I read it just the way they wrote, they saw it.
What would you have to say about all of this information?
I'm not the spokesperson of the government of Lagos State, and I don't have facts to that. I don't have evidence to that, so I wouldn't say more about that. I don't have evidence to it. I've not seen the place. I only read it the way it is being read out here. I don't have evidence. I will just advise anybody who has these facts and it can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, then should approach the court.
Because I read this in so many fora. Like, I've been going through several of these, even much more.
Yes.
You know.
So
like,
if you had any evidence as to why this shouldn't be, you can approach the court. I think some of the attitude we have in the country is we are afraid to sue people. Okay, we can sue anybody. Anybody can sue anyone. You know. So if you come up with something like this and you are sure, approach the court. The court will give more interpretation to it and do justice to it.
all right. This person said, my name is Onoa Daniel Jiofo from Ikeja. What I want to contribute is that the man in the studio with you is not saying the whole truth. He should just be sincere to we Nigerians. Thank you so very much. Thank you. So many of the messages coming in there. Let's see if we can take more calls. Yeah, before we read some of these messages. You will respond to all of them.
Oh, sure. No problem. No problem.
Maybe more later.
I'm here.
0700 903 903 903 as a studio number. Just call that number. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Hi.
Juliet.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mommy Amaka from Ayobo.
Welcome.
That's your yes there. You should go and rest. You don't know what is. They have paid him to come and talk that rubbish.
Mommy Amaka, I want you to be very, very. I'll bound your number. Seriously. If you do that again, I would blacklist your number. All right, and it won't come in again. Even if it comes in, we won't take your calls. Please, let's be civil now. Come on. If you're angry, take it to the polls, like I told you. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is David. I'm calling from Tongota.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I appreciate the man you have as a guest. But the truth of the matter is we want vibrant, president, the incoming president of this nation. We have a lot that is happening in this country. And I don't pray that at the end of the day, revolution will be the end of the solution. I hope Nigerians, they are tired. Let me tell you the truth. I traveled a lot. When I say I traveled a lot, both north, east, south, west. Things are not going well in this country. Concerning Tinubu, he has tried his best. He should retire. He shouldn't be coming out to seek for post of presidency. If it is that word presidency that is trying to attach to his name, at this moment, I want to tell you the truth. It won't go down well. He owns Lagos. In fact, he owns Southwest. The power is in his hands. That is enough. He should allow those. All he needs now is just to give advice, just to give ways, the way forward to the young ones who are coming in to be the president. Show them the right way. Sit down together, lie together, bring a solution to this country. Know that he will be the one coming out again. For what? For what? Let's allow the young ones, vibrant, elegant people who have this technology, the psyche, the knowledge to move this country forward. I pray, and my prayer is that it will not end the way it's going, because people are dying every day. The rate at which X-Men, Boko Haram have killed within this period of 8 years is alarming. It's because your family, my family are not there. Those who witness all these things can give you stories and testify what the trauma they are going through.
Thank you.
They should please relax. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate your call. This person said, do you know how much Nigeria is owing China on that APC right now? Now you know what the dollar rate is now compared to 2015. Do you know how old I will be in the next 8 years? Mr. Ziggy, are you really speaking your conscience or just making a living from your smartness and oratory? Mr. Ziggy. Wow, introducing your successor is a democratic, in a democratic setting, is not democracy but godfatherism. Do you agree?
Say that again.
Introducing your successor in a democratic setting is not democracy but godfatherism.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Hold on. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Am I on to your program?
Yes. Good afternoon. What's your name and your location?
My name is Ophelia.
Okay, Ophelia. Let's hear you.
With due respect to the guests you have on your program, I want to remind him that we're no longer living in the dark ages where people tell us to be that we cannot research. And actually, if you want to know what happened in 1960 in Nigeria, is Google it. There's many clips, there are many books written by people that you can actually understand about what's going on anywhere in the world.
Sorry, we're having issues with your network. Seriously, okay? Maybe you have to call back. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Oh, okay. The issue of persons, aides supporting Tinubu to climb the podium. People are really not happy or having issues with the fact that, when he becomes the president, people will still help him, rule his government. Mr. Ziggy.
I want Nigerians to know that there's nothing I've not heard. I've heard everything. So many questions have been thrown at me. And we don't have a stereotyped answers. So many of the answers we give are not tailored. They are not. They don't come ready-made. We try to do our research and find out. I've seen Tinubu. I've been with him, and in some of the occasions they said he was helped climb the place. I was there. The one at TBS, Teslim Balogun, that was shown as he was being helped. I was there. So I don't know at which point he was helped. Because as I've always been around places where they said he was helped. But
and he wasn't helped?
He wasn't in any way. He wasn't. I will tell you,
sincerity?
Authoritatively, that he was never. Now, those who Photoshop, those who voice impose and all that, they should continue. But who I know, Tinubu I see, Tinubu I heard, Tinubu I've witnessed, doesn't exhibit or showcase weakness. Yes, you want to talk about human frailty. Human frailty doesn't in a way affect certain thoughts. I just quote that was certain thoughts, some thoughts. And his brain, like he kept saying, he's not coming to do a carpentry work. He's not coming to do bricklaying work. He's not coming to do wrestling. It is the job of the brain.
Okay.
It is the work of thinking. It is the reasoning capacity we are talking about here. Yes, I am not in a way trying to say, okay, yes, totally, I wave out the ability or the strength in a man and all that. But in the past, we've had people with so much energy, so much capacity, so much strength. They failed us. Do I sit here to reel out many names, many individuals, many persons who had climbed the position of leadership and they failed us, even in their very youth. So each time we brought up this argument of he is old and all that, let's go to America. Yes, we must touch America because those are areas, a country that development had happened to. And as we speak, Pelosi Nancy, the Speaker of the House, is 80 or close to 80. McNeil, the Senate President, is close to 80. In fact, is 81. Biden is 80. So just like when one writer said, look, is the class of 80 that rules America. But it is not the individual that rules. It is the idea that exhumes from the person. It is the ability to reason upstairs. I've earlier said, I'm not waving out or saying no, capacity or strength doesn't involve. Yes, but more of what we need in a country that is developing is ideas and ideas. In the 21st century leadership, what rules is thinking, thoughts, ability to reason, and to follow the speed of things. Because the leadership as of today is the thoughts at the speed of light. Why do you think certain things move in Nigeria? The information as we speak travels further than human thought. And that's why if anything happening right here as we sit, it's transmitted somewhere. That's the speed of light. And we are saying Ashwaju is not applying for the job of strength, but the job of thinking, brain deal, brain work and all that. If you talk about strength at which he carries out, he has people around him whom he can send. After all, when he was in Lagos, he ruled while he was in his youth. Yes, but people were still working with him. Those things he did in Lagos was not done by he himself. It was done by people around him. Yet they were attributed to him. Because in leadership series, it is the man at the center that has it. Everything stops at his ball. Every bulk stops at his table. So Buhari, as he's there now, everything that happens.
Hold on. Let's take more calls. Let's take more calls. You respond to all of this. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I called before. Ms. Ophelia, I'm calling from Belgium.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, like I was saying before, we've gone past that stage in our history where people we can actually do our own research by just by using our smartphone. I live in Belgium, for instance, and for more than 6 years we're without a minister, and Belgium has foundation, political foundation, just like in America and all. But in Nigeria, we are building. We don't have a foundation yet.
That's it. So
the next government, we need energetic people to be in government. People who are effective. People who can do 2, 3, 4 states in Nigeria. Most of the states in Nigeria and Europe can be a country. So at this time in our history, we need somebody who is energetic, who has capacity. I can't even imagine somebody without identity. Even me as a Nigerian coming here, they had to ask me my state of origin. For instance, we don't know where he is born. We don't know his age. We don't know his educational qualification. Everything we're running with is based on, and just like him saying that we should go to court, many people have gone to court. There's a case in court right now in Abuja that is questioning, that is charging Tinubu for drug offenses in America. So I'm ashamed because I don't use a Nigerian passport right now. But the things I enjoy, the things my children enjoy abroad, that even up to university level, I don't have school fee, hurts me, like, because I have family back in, friends back in Nigeria. I know for somebody.
So sorry about that. So sorry.
Can I quickly respond?
Yeah, please do.
I think all I could deduce from all he said, he was a strong system. When you had a strong system, nobody pursues you anywhere. I was in a country, and the driver that the chauffeur that carried me, we were stopped, and look, I was telling him the light had not permitted him to go. But at that point, he couldn't leave because the light had not permitted him. And do you know one word he said? He said, if I should leave, I will be tracked. No single police. In Johannesburg here, South Africa, you might not see some police for a distance. For a distance, you might not encounter any policeman on the road. And some you see, you don't see them with a gun, but people respect the laws of the land. What do you call that? Strong system. Yes, look, I can't sit down here and tell you Nigeria had no problem. Nigeria has enormous problems. Yes, and the problems have been caused by successive politicians who had failed us. But Tinubu himself admitted that and said, look, I can't deny the rot in the system, but you give me this chance, I can rectify it. And that's all he's coming for.
Okay.
He's not saying, no, Nigeria has no problem, let me be there. No, it is because there's a problem and somebody is there to do it. That is why Tinubu is asking Nigerians to vote for him. He's asking for their vote so that he said, I know what the problem is.
Okay, hold on, please. Good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon to you. Oh, we lost that call. Please call back if you can. Good afternoon. Hold on, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Compliment of the season. My name is Babalola Alaro Azam from Ikoteji.
Quickly, please.
Yeah, okay, quickly. Let me start by age issue.
All
age has nothing to do with capacity to rule. And if you do your research very well, you see that throughout the world now, that someone said the 80s are great in America. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed is not going to Aso Rock to go and do boxing or to go and fight. He's going there to use his brain to correct the wrong thing that has been happened for the past year. And the three candidates, the four leading candidates, now we know that we have tested them, but Asiwaju Bola Ahmed is different. And I believe he's going to deliver us to the promised land. And the issue of his case here and here, he has been taken to court and it was clear since 1999. So that case has been dealt with and has been clear. So it's free, he has a right to contest as the leader of Nigeria, as I and you have the same right. But the issue is this: the country is going through a lot of problems. So we need to decide and vote for a leader that is going to put things right. And I, as a person, think Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to deliver. And that's why I'm going to cast my vote for him.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you. All right. You can call back, okay? Good afternoon to you. Hello?
Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. This is David. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Ziggie is speaking his mind. Age has to do with the current situation in Nigeria now. Yeah. Because only him, he can know it. That age has been disappointing us for long. And we need young, vibrant people that can deliver. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Age. This age.
Yes,
factor.
and I've said it. I said, look, I don't like mentioning names, but I tell you, in Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian. I've lived here better part of my life, and I've seen younger people, younger age, who had been in position of leadership, and they failed woefully. Failed woefully. In fact, at this point in our checkered history, someone was number 3. Number 3 or number 4, sorry, number 4. Number 4 of this he was at 34 years. In fact, he wasn't even married when he was a Speaker of the House. He failed. Most of the governors from 1999, when Asiwaju was a governor, most of them were in their younger age. So if you bring in this age hoopla, it doesn't work well in a country like Nigeria that need experience. Yes, you could have your differences with Asiwaju. I care not. But what I'm saying, what I care is the experience. Because a situation we find ourselves right now needs someone who can manage this phase of this country. We need a stronger system. In fact, what we're having right now is stronger individuals. So Asiwaju himself have not said, look, no, Nigeria. Asiwaju had many times, million times, accepted the failures in the country and said, I knew what the problem is. Asiwaju is not saying there's no trouble or there's no problem. He said there's so much trouble and I can fix it. And that is the still gospel we preach.
All right. Let me hear this person's gospel. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon.
Compliments of the season.
Same here.
Yeah, Chigogo is my name.
Okay.
I'm calling from First Start.
All right.
Please, my dear brother, you that anchor the program, you are a journalist, and one thing I discovered is that your guest was evading some of the questions you were asking him.
Remind us so that our answer.
Yes, he was avoiding.
Remind us, please.
Does he go back to history and tell you he's building on the question you asked? Is that how to answer questions? You don't go back to history. If you ask me whether this thing is black, I'll tell you it's black. I will tell you things like this used to be yellow before. No. It is an exam I will fail. Please, I will advise you to insist on your guest answering your questions very well. Thank you. Have a good day.
I appreciate your call so very much. Thank you, and thank you again. Okay. Let me see if I can read this message. But before that, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Sorry to bother you again. There is something I just want people to know. I have known Asiwaju when he was the governor of Lagos State. When you want to talk about Asiwaju, and the man in question that you have at the students there, he's saying on experience, it's a selfish experience. I would say it categorically. There is a project, I will mention the project, during his own time, that project is supposed to be benefited the Lagosians. But because of selfish interest, that project was moved down to another state because of selfish interest of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I was at the meeting then when Asiwaju was requesting for what he can benefited from that project, from a company. Let's say the facts. Asiwaju, when it comes to Lagos State, he has messed up Lagos State at the time. I'm a Lagosian. So we know how Lagos was, and we know what it is today. If I tell you what happens to me, sometimes about 3 months ago, what the task force people did to me, you will not believe it. So, in terms of Lagos State is not even secured when it comes to area boys. Go and check those who call themselves task force. You that is 1 minute, a rubbish man, somebody who did not go to school, who did not even do anything at all, will come and rubbish you. So let's actually go and see that. And most of what he did in Lagos State are already going all around to some other states. are already going to other states, all these area boys and so on, and so many other things. So let Ashwaju go and say that actually did not build Lagos State for us. He did not build Lagos State for us. Lagos State started the infrastructure in Lagos State started from Mobolaji Johnson. Mobolaji Johnson started it. And when Ambode and Fashola came, they tried their own best. So it is selfish. If you want to look at the resources in Lagos State, at least about 60% is going to Bola Tinubu. Is that not enough for him? Is that not enough? He can't bring the Nigerians under his happy. It cannot be possible. If he has succeeded in Lagos and some other west states in Nigeria, that one should be enough for him. Who is the Aloja of Lagos State? Don't let us go there. Don't let us go there. Ashwaju should go and sit down. What he has had, what he has acquired, is for the last time, even for his generation, 10 generations to come. Those things will still be there. Is it Esther that wants to talk? Who cannot protect his own, the masses? Do you know how many people that died in the NSAS? What are they talking about? Instead of him to talk, he traveled abroad. I was not coming back. Please, that man should just not. Don't let people.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Just keep it civil. Take it easy, okay? Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take some water. We're talking about our country here, okay?
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
Oh, my name is Divine.
Okay.
I'm going to start. The speaker said something earlier about Tinubu building Lagos State. Now,
I didn't say so. Let me quickly interject there. I didn't say so. I didn't.
Okay.
You did.
What did you?
I didn't say so. I said most of the things that is alive today were all brainchild
of Tinubu.
Not were all. Some were.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
what I said.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Continue, please.
Okay, then did he forget to build a healthcare system that can cater for top politicians also in Lagos? I mean, even he himself, this year, he has traveled abroad for treatment. So when he becomes president of Nigeria, is that what he's going to continue doing? I know how much President Muhammadu Buhari has spent already on this health tourism. That's one. Now, then number two, APC, for one. The forerunner was Tinubu in 2015 when he brought in Muhammadu Buhari, and they made 62 promises, right? And out of those 62 promises, they didn't fulfill one single one.
Really?
Hello, are you with me?
Yes, go ahead, please. We can hear you.
Out of the 62 promises, they didn't fulfill one. Now, when I look at APC, you just see a party that does not have integrity. The interests of the masses are not their concern. They are just there for their selfish gains. I mean, how do you promise 62 things and don't fulfill anyone? And when I look at those promises, I find out that many of them were just easily fulfillable. They promised $1 to £1, poverty alleviation, then insecurity, and they didn't fulfill one single one. Now, the speaker there right now is just, for me, it's just, hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, the speaker there right now, it's just for me, just a face of the real thing APC is, and that's lies and deceit. Even what he's saying right there now in the studio, those things they just sum up the whole of the party APC. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. Okay, no, let me not bring Mr. Ziggie in right now. I know. Just hold on. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon.
My name is Gordon. I'm calling from a job.
Quickly, please.
Yeah, please. In respect of what this is speaking on the today about Atiku, let us come about age. You see, anybody that said that age is not a capacity He's just trying to deceive himself. It's whether we like it or not. What age affects our mental thinking, our mental capability and development? You cannot say that a man that is 80 is still capable of performing a job of a good governor. Can you say that Asiwaju Tinubu is managing his company at this age of 80? He's no more managing. There are people that are managing it for him. So if you cannot manage your own company, how can you manage a country? No matter who are working with you, if you are not strong enough to work, you cannot be able to supervise them. Let us look at the Buhari administration. Age has affected the administration so much that in all ramifications of economic index, security, infrastructure development, it's poor. Nigeria today is very poor under this administration. And what affects it so much is age. When Asiwaju was very young, governor of Lagos State, I know he did very well, but you cannot compare that time and now. Because you cannot make him a governor of Lagos at this age. The people of Lagos will not accept it. So we should not deceive ourselves. He has done his best. We're supposed to allow him to go in honor. Allow the younger people to rule. Nigeria is not an experimental country. You just come and use them for experience because you have done very well before. That means that if you are 90 or 100 years, you can still do the same thing. So please let us stop deceiving ourselves. Nigeria is a complex country. Insecurity is everywhere. We need somebody that is strong, somebody that is capable, somebody that will be able to move around. Look at our healthcare system. Who was the governor of Lagos State? What is the president for almost 8 years? And all of them are going abroad for medical treatment. If they have done very well, they could have built good hospitals that will take care of them. If they cannot do that, then what do you think that if they become president, they are going to do? So please, we should stop deceiving ourselves. We need younger people now. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your call. Thank you so very much for that one. Let's see. Let's get to read some of these messages. No. Let's not. Okay, let's see. Peter Obi governed Anambra State for 8 years and left without further interference in the affairs of the state, not even to collect his due entitlements. But can you say the same of Tinubu? Someone is asking. The now unpopular godfatherism, as we witnessed it in the then Oyo State, all right, by late Adedibu and Anambra by Chris Mba before Peter Obi ended it. It's still allowed in Lagos, where Tinubu is not only imposing candidates, but also allotting resources of Lagos to his wife and his family members, which is an aberration. I advise that you don't ever compare Peter Obi with Tinubu for any reason. It's very unfair. This is Amadi from Surulere. Well, let's leave it there. So several messages coming in. But then I'll take just 3 more calls, then you come in. Okay? Please. Thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Man.
Quickly, please.
Okay. The man in the studio there, you're welcome. You are doing great, sir. But the truth of the matter is that Tinubu is hard to sell. Honestly, I've lived in Lagos all my life, and the truth of the matter is, my mom worked in the medical, worked as a civil servant under Tinubu then too, and it was one problem after the other. So I'm wondering what he wants to sell. Instead of his own workers, he changed deputies about 2 to 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Do you understand? Are you there? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
He changed deputy about 2 to 3 times. He fought with the Afenifere. He just acted like an opportunist. Sorry to say, he acted like an opportunist when he came back in 1993. So Tinubu is just not sellable, and that's the truth. I'm a Yoruba man. I've lived in Lagos all my life, but when I see what I go through in Lagos State, I don't think Tinubu is the answer for the nation. When we see you can't even move here, you can't even move there, you can't even be expressive without being threatened by an Agbero or the other. You know, they are everywhere. And I feel like if this man gets to the helm of power, he's going to use even the Boko Haram, the bandits, he's going to use them against Nigerians. I don't have my facts, right? But this, go and put it down. I know he has structure, but Tinubu is not just the way to go. And that's the truth. I'm a Yoruba man, and it's not about Yorubas against you. No, this time around in Nigeria, we need to get it right. And Tinubu is not just the answer. He has a lot of psychopaths around him that is going to use, put in positions of power, which he will not even want because he's going to be going out of the country every now and then for his health care. Are you getting it out? So I think Tinubu should just go and rest and let Peter Obi, let him just take over the mantle and let him take us to where we are going.
Okay.
Then afterwards, I don't know, the Yoruba can now come in, but right now we need to just get it right. We are tired of how we are living in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Ziggie Ibe. Let's put the final touch to these things.
It's okay. What we come here to do is to provoke a debate and thoughts, you know, and you hear views from Nigerians and all that. And to me, it's very fine. It's very okay. I've heard a lot, and some talked about vibrancy, some talked about continuity and all that. But let me say a little about this continuity. A successive government should...
Few minutes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A successive government should be conscious of strive they've made, because that's the only thing that outlived you. The moment you leave that seat, people no longer talk about you. It is the project on ground that they will use in remembering you.
Of course.
So any government, anybody who is at the helm of affair that leaves that seat and you don't work assiduously to make sure any project you initiated or instituted isn't taken care of by way of reminding who was there or whatever, you failed. Because those projects will speak against you. And before you know it, you will be blacklisted as not being a good leader. That's about that. You talk about, okay, I want to remind Nigerians that, look, the only way you can actually exhibit your grievances is through the collection of your PVC and use it that day. Because as we speak, in fact, yesterday, I watched a video yesterday of an ANEC staff who was bemoaning people were not coming to collect their PVCs. In fact, so many PVC were displayed on the table, meaning that people are not turning up to collecting their PVCs. It's very important. All these agitations will be an error if you did not go to collect your PVC, and not only that, use your PVC that day. And I know some had said that, look, it doesn't count. No, it counts. Let it be that you voted and your vote did not count. But I assure you, the evolution in electioneering we've attained today will not make your PVC not to be counted. It's going to be counted, I assure you that, because we've attained a great stride when it comes to electioneering processes. We've come that far.
Okay.
Then another issue is okay, I talk about, you know, Buhari himself sometime was bemoaning the judiciary who were not helping matters. Don't forget, in an institution we run today, it is not that a strong institution. It's not. Do you remember when not Bill Clinton, Obama was coming to Africa?
Okay.
He chose Ghana. And some of the questions that was put to him was, why didn't he visit Nigeria? And he made one comment, not specifically to Nigeria then, but he said, what makes a country is not the individuals, it is the system. So the institution which make up the system should be stronger than the individuals. In Nigeria, I tell you, and every leader knows this, that it is the individuals that is stronger than the system, and that's the problem we're having here. Because so many people in this country are larger than the country. That's why they loom large. After all the atrocity they've committed and all that, you see them still come to tell you Nigeria is not working. But you were part of these people. You were part of the reasons why Nigeria is not working. So it's a very big error. So until we have such a system that is stronger than the individuals, and what is Bola Tinubu coming to do to make Nigeria a stronger system than individuals? He himself, like I said earlier, had admitted that this country is not that strong. And he said he can do it. He's not coming to see Nigeria to tell you that Nigeria is working. Is that not what is coming? Otherwise, he wouldn't have come. Or he wouldn't have indicated interest to rule the country. But he says, I know what is wrong in this country. I can do it. One of the questions I got from a very ambitious person sometime was, he is part of this system. The present administrator is part of it. And I said, no, he can suggest. But the present government can say, no, we wouldn't take your suggestion. But as CNC, he can effectuate anything he wants to do, and it will work well. And that's why we said he is not going there to learn in the job. He knows it. He has done it somewhere, and they worked. Okay. So these are the areas he said, look, if you voted me in, I am going to do all this. Remember, what Bola Tinubu has been saying is not that it's always we can do it, or he has always said we are going to do it. Because he is not yet there. It is when he gets there that he will look at the job and see which areas of approach and all that. Nigeria is a complex nation, no doubt, but it's doable. We have all the enormous resources to do it. Only it has been pillaged by politicians. Okay? And that's where the work of the judiciary comes in. You remember sometime in this country where EFCC said they had no money to take those to be prosecuted to the court. In fact, I think that was when Festus Keyamo was even working with the EFCC. He was one of their lawyers then. And he said, we had no money. All the money they had there was about 2 million naira. It's on record. So when this country is made a stronger institution, a lot will work without human interference. Okay? There's so many countries we've seen that are developed today, we are run on autopilot. How does it happen? When a system controls almost everything, it is on autopilot.
Let's go.
Everything works the way the system wants it, because there are things that have been instilled. There's devices. Then I would like to add that in the 21st century leadership, what we need is technology. And I told you, said, as I entered, I know who I will put in certain areas that would help me do the job. Yes, somebody needs to. I actually cannot do all. No leader does all. But you need. That's why we have cabinet. That's why we have commissions. That's why we have goals here and there.
Thank you.
So I know.
Thank you.
And I know that Ashwari can do it. And I urge Nigerians to please pick up the copy of The Renewed Hope. Everything is there. All the contributions, most of the contributions were actually made by Ashwari himself.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again. And
I
again.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's been Matters, all right? And my name is Jude. Ikami Jude. I'll see you again tomorrow, all right? Until tomorrow, hey, Merry Christmas. Is it Merry Christmas or what do I say?